Ready? Hi. Hi everybody, welcome. How are you today? Welcome to our yoga community class. I hope you have had so far a great week, and if not, just do your best to look back and find a way to learn from what happened. So today we are going to have the fusion class. It's going to be based a little bit on Ashtanga and Ashtanga Vinyasa. So do your best, and if you feel tired, just drop down into a child pose. Remember that it's your body, you are the master of your body, you are the one who is feeling what's going on. So respect, honor your body, honor your journey, and all the variations can be done on your knees, kneeling plank, even from downward facing dog. If you feel tired, just go down on your knees and even perhaps rest down in a child pose. So it is your practice, own it, okay? So let's start with 3 long Oms. Take your hands into a prayer gesture or mudra called Anjali Mudra, closing your eyes and taking a deep exhalation first, then inhaling your air down to your belly. And gently taking your hands down to your knees, palms facing up, and just take a little time here, short time, just looking at your breath, settling into your body, noticing how you feel, noticing what's going on in your mind, just witnessing. And through the practice, make the intention of just observing, just being the witness of what's going on without judging yourself, judging your body, without attaching meaning to what's going on, just observing. And opening your eyes gently. We're gonna start from standing up, so come up to standing posture. Here we're gonna do some nice stretches, so take your feet hip width apart, and inhale up, reach up, grab your left wrist with your right hand, inhale reaching up, and exhale dropping down to the right side. Find your depth, stay here, and inhale all the way up, change the grip of your hands, inhale, reaching shoulders to your face, and then exhale. And then inhale up, and exhale, hands down. So we're gonna do spinal waves. So usually we talk about having our pelvis tucked in or tucked under. So to explain this better, in a clear way, so when you are standing, so this is like flat, when you're tucking in, you want to take your pelvis, like pushing your pelvic bone or your pubic bone up. This is tucked. Yeah, so really exhaling. Usually we exhale when we do this posture. So you really tuck in, and tuck under is just sticking your bum out. So when we do spinal waves, we want to push first, tucking in, hips forward, and then you imagine you have a wall here, and you begin to stick your belly, your chest, and then your face as your bum goes back to another wall. And then you press your imaginary wall, and you begin to roll. Again, you tuck, then your lower back, middle back, upper back, and your neck. Yeah? So we're going to do these S shapes. It's really good for your spine, and it will help you deepen your back bends. It's about mobility. So going forward. It's very good for warming up as well. So you always exhale when you're tucking in. When you inhale, as your chest expands. So at this moment, we are leading with our pelvis. One more. And now we're gonna lead with our head. So head. So notice that it includes the cervical spine as well, so the neck. I tuck in my chin, then I extend my chin, and the same happens with the hips. Continue the same movement. One more, and back to the center. So now we'll start with our sun salutations. So take a moment to stand, maybe close your eyes and sort of relax so you have a sense of grace, not over tensing. We are not doing the traditional hatha yoga when you actually stand very strong and squeeze your bum. This time we just sort of relax here. Open your eyes. Now inhale, reaching your palms together and arms all the way up to the ceiling. Exhale, reaching your fingertips away, keeping your spine as straight as possible. Exhale down. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, right leg back, left leg back, plank. Inhale, exhale, down. You can go through your knees or just bending your arms. Here we start with a baby cobra just to warm up. Remember, this is your option if this is already difficult for you. And if you're here, your legs are together, pressing down, chest forward, and your arms are not doing anything, they're just placed there, elbows towards your body. Stay here or open your legs and push up to an upward facing dog. In your upward facing dog, you're pushing your tailbone forward, shoulders back, chest up, and you look up. Legs are strong, kneecaps lifted, your hips are not touching the floor. Inhale and exhale to a downward facing dog. And we're going to find stillness now. If you're comfortable in your head, maybe take your chin slightly in and see how that feels. It shouldn't feel like straining. If it does, then go back to have your neck lengthen, but lock your eyes between your feet. So your eyes are not wandering around the room or daydreaming. Deepen your breath, pushing evenly through your hands. One more breath. Inhale, looking between your hands and step or walk. Whatever you do, do consciously, rounding your back, lifting your feet so they're not dragging. Inhale, looking to the front wall, halfway lift, or Urdhva Uttanasana. Exhale, down forward bend, Uttanasana. Inhale all the way up. Lengthening, lengthening, always thinking of elongating your spine away from your feet. Exhale, hands down. We go again. Inhale all the way up. Your tailbone is slightly tucked, palms pressing together, all knuckles are touching. Exhale. Chin in. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, left leg back, right leg back. And here choose, going down to your knees, maybe leaning forward, exhaling down, maybe hovering over the floor or all the way down. Baby cobra or upward facing dog. As you inhale, exhale, downward facing dog. And hold. And focus on your breath. Restrict your throat a little bit so you can make the sound. And feel your breath as well. looking between your hands. Inhale and step forward with both legs. Inhale, look into the front wall. And in this posture, you really want to open your chest and lead with your belly button down towards your thighs. Exhale, forward bend. And then inhale all the way up. Palms together. Exhale, hands down. Now we do Surya Namaskar B. Bend your knees. Now here you can go all the way down, or depending on your depth, maybe this is enough for you. So find your own variation. Inhale, keeping your legs bent, look up at your thumbs, and then exhale, taking your chest towards your knees, hands to the floor, and begin to take your hips up as you exhale. Inhale, highway lift. Exhale, right leg back, left leg back, engage your core. Exhale down through your vinyasa. Push up, upward facing dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. Left leg, your foot goes in a 45-degree angle. Right foot in between your hands. Inhale, look up. And lift up to warrior one. And we hold this just to warm up our hip flexors, hamstrings, our back. So stay here looking at your thumbs, pressing your hands. If your elbows are opening, then take your hands a little forward so you can straighten your elbows. Otherwise, stay here in the center and continuously push your chest up and forward. Feeling your body warming up. Back leg strong. Inhale, and as you exhale, start going down with control. Inhale, right leg back. Exhale, going down. Inhale, upward facing dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. And stay here for 5 breaths. Try to be aware of all your body at the same time. If you are tired, you can go on your knees or into child posture. Now look in between your hands, step your left leg, then your right leg, and exhale down to forward bend. Bend your knees, find your squat. Inhale, reaching your arms up, looking to your thumbs up in the ceiling. Exhale here. Inhale, straightening your arms. Exhale, hands down. We go one more time, this time flowing. So inhale. Exhale all the way down. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale. Left leg back. Hold your plank. Inhale. Exhale down. Inhale, halfway lift. Upward facing dog. Exhale. Downward facing dog. And we do the right side. Right leg, 45-degree angle. Left leg forward. Inhale the way up. So usually you do it in the same sun salutation, but this time I split it into 2 different ones. And hold. Use your breath to lift more as you inhale. Exhale with control down. Left leg back. Inhale. Remember you can go on your knees. Maybe hold your chaturanga. Inhale. Look up. Exhale. Downward facing dog. And always be gentle find a sense of balance between effort and grace. Pressing evenly through your knuckles. Looking between your hands, step forward with both legs. Inhale, looking to the front wall, halfway lift. Exhale, legs down, bend your knees. Squat, I want to stay here. Holding your squat. Even if you're up here, hold your squat. And try to resist less so that eventually you will go down. Hands to the back. And try to lift your head up. One more breath. As you exhale, extend your arms up. Begin to push. Try to keep your knees bent. Look up to your hands. Exhale. Inhale, lifting up, straightening your legs. Exhale. Hands next to your body. Take your feet hip-width apart. Hands to your waist. Inhale. And as you lift, you really want to elongate, lengthen up. And keep that length as you begin to go down. So avoid rounding. Keep sticking your bum back. And the last thing to come down is your chin. Then take your hands and make a ring around your big toe with your first 3 fingers. Here, inhale, straightening your arms, looking to the front wall, pressing your belly button down to your thighs, and exhale down. Open your elbows to the sides. You can have your knees bent so that you can reach for your toes. And once you have reached your toes, then you begin to lift your hips up to your level of, say, of straightening your legs. You find your limit there. And with time, you will continue to lift your hips higher up. One more breath. Straightening your arms, inhale, looking forward, keep holding your toes. So each time you repeat a posture, it's an opportunity to go a little deeper. Exhale, hands under your feet. And you also can bend your knees. So you really want to have your toes touching your wrist, not like that. So you don't want just your fingers or just your knuckles, or you really want to have your hands really under your feet so you can massage your wrists there. So you can have your knees bent here if that's like your limit. You begin to move up your hips. Maybe you will straighten on your legs completely, and exhale, relaxing your head. If you're really comfortable with your legs straight, you can shift your weight forward, pressing the ball of your feet in your hands, and deepen your forward bend. Closing your eyes or looking at the tip of your nose. Keeping your hands there, inhale, looking up, straightening your arms, arching your back, pushing your belly button down to your thighs. Exhale, take your hands to your waist, chin in, and inhale all the way up. Now step your right foot back, and now we pivot our feet to the back of our mat. So, and here we're gonna do the posture to the back. So push your left hip to the back of the wall or the room where you are. So you are really already sort of aligned. Open your chest to the side, so you're sort of facing the side wall. And make sure that now when you look at your foot, your head is aligned with your foot. You are not going forward or you're doing a back bend. You're exactly in line with your legs. From here, begin to go down as you exhale. It helps to lengthen, but you don't want to lengthen with your chest forward. You want to be already open. Yeah. From here, you begin to find your level. Maybe you're up here, working on having your chest open, or maybe you will go all the way down. If you're completely down, then you can hook your toe with the first 3 fingers, Make sure you continue opening your chest, leading with your shoulder. So this shoulder is actually opening and shoulder blade is going down your lower back. And from there, you can choose to look at your toe or look to the side or look up all the way. So only if your chest is really open, then extend your arm up and look to the thumb. Now hand back to the waist, look down, push to the front leg as you inhale. Now pivot to the other side, your feet. And the same, push your hips back, really back. Right hand to the waist or your hip. Inhale, reaching forward, lengthening, make sure your alignment is correct. Chest open, go down to your own level. Repeat the same variation you did on the other side. Perhaps if your chest is really open, look up. Your legs are really active, pushing the mat apart, they're not slipping. So you're not resting in the joint of the knee of the left leg. Hand to the waist, look down, push up. Open your arms to the sides and really push through your right leg to go to the front of the mat. Exhale here, take a moment. And now, as you inhale, step back again. Pivot again to the back of the room. This time we're gonna do a twist, so bend your knee, right knee all the way to the floor. So the full variation is with your legs straight. We're gonna do it with a leg bent to start. So here initially you want to really grow up. So you're tucking in, lifting up all your belly, everything. Then you take your left leg and you sort of push it in. So if I'm gonna do it from the front, so you can sort of see. So here I just not go like that. First, I grow, then I take my knee in, I keep the length, and then I hook my arm in between. Now, instead of just resting, what I do is this leg gets active and my arm is active. So I'm pushing both against each other so that I have control. Maybe this is enough for you. You will stay here. Yeah, tucking your tailbone in, hand on the waist, and you look maybe up. This may be enough for all of you. In the full variation, you extend the back leg. We're gonna stay here. Some of you maybe can take your arms in prayer. Now maybe your depth is not as mine, it's okay. Just make sure you're tucking your tailbone in and you're working on a twist. One more breath. Exhale, and now come up out of the pose with control as you inhale. Instead of bursting out. We want to have conscious movement, okay? So we were here. Up, now you push the front leg, and now we pivot to the other side. Knee down. And I'm gonna do it at the front as well so you can see. Remember, inhale, lifting up, take your knee in, over, you go over your leg, and try to hook your armpit as close to your leg as possible. It may not happen for you, it's fine, doesn't matter. Just keep working on the twist. Knee pushing against my arm pushing against my knee. So it's active posture, I'm not just there, but really active. And then you work on your twist. Tucking in your tailbone. Maybe prayer. You don't want your prayer to be like flowing up here. You want your prayer to be right in the center of your chest. Now look down to the floor and come out of the posture with control. Okay, so you look here. Now, once you're up, you push, open your arms, and back to the front. We're gonna do one more sun salutation. Inhale up, exhale all the way down. Inhale, look up, halfway lift. And now you can step maybe do a little hop. Exhale down, up for facing dog as you inhale. Exhale, downward facing dog. And from here, take the only 3 breaths. 2 and 3. Now shift your weight forward into plank and rotate toward the left hand so you are in side plank. Some of you may need to take your knee down. This is an easy variation. It's a good start. You can be here or the full plank, and maybe you look up. Maybe arm up. Look down, hand back to the floor, rotate to the other side, and do the same variation. So if you had your leg down, then just, well, leg goes down. Otherwise, back to your plank, look up, maybe hand up. Now hand down, inhale, exhale down, inhale upward facing dog, look up, exhale, downward facing dog. 3 breaths, deep breaths. Looking between your hands, step forward with the left leg, then the right leg. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale. Chin to chin. Bend your knees. Want to stay in the squat. Take your hands to prayer. And now take your hands to the floor, to the right of you. And maybe this is enough for you, and hold here. Otherwise, go on the ball of your feet and stay here. Maybe lift even higher up in the ball of your feet. In the balls of your feet. Then exhale down, back to the center. And from here we go to the left side, both hands. So you sort of need to accommodate if you have a belly, then just sort of take everything over your left knee and just hold here. Now bend, go over the balls of your feet, maybe all the way up, and hold here. Exhale, heels down to the floor, back to the center, arms to the front. Inhale, begin to lift up to the ceiling, keeping your knees bent, and we'll stop here in Utkatasana. Utkatasana, chair pose. Look at your thumbs and hold. One more breath. As you exhale, take your chest towards your thighs. Straighten your legs, exhale. Inhale, halfway lift. And step back or little hop. Exhale down. Inhale, upward facing dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. Two and 3 breaths. Now looking between your hands and step forward. Inhale, exhale there. Interlace your fingers over your back and exhale, allowing your arms just to drop down, relaxing your shoulder joints, not forcing anything, and trying to keep your elbows straight. Inhale all the way up, keeping your arms where they were. Exhale. Chin to chest, under your hands, a step back. This time stay sideways. And hands to the waist, inhale, look up. Exhale, take your hands to the floor. Now here, inhale, lifting your head up and pushing your hips up. So from the side, it will be something like pushing your hips up and head up. And shoulders are opening, belly button down, yeah? So initially, you may not see the curve, but with time, with the internal action of pushing up your hips, it will begin to happen. So inhale and exhale as you go down. And ideally you relax, or if you can go all the way in, then go all the way in. If you cannot reach the floor with your head, just relax. One more breath there. Just gonna go again sideways. Now, keeping your hands where they are. Inhale, halfway lift. Repeat that posture. Exhale, chin in. And push all the way up. Exhale, hands to the waist. Now take your heels in and bend. Just elephant stance, or horse stance also. It's cool. And sink down. Hands to prayer. Here you're gonna work on pushing your tailbone forward and your knees apart. So it's an active posture as well. And stay. Now as you inhale, push through the ball of the right foot so you lift your heel and feel the stretch on your toes. And hold. Inhale. Exhale, heel down. Now the left heel, inhale. And hold this, really feeling the stretch in your toes. Inhale, exhale, heel. One more time, hold it. Hands down to the floor. Sink your hips down, inhale. And exhale, straightening your legs and taking your toes inwards. And relax there. Noticing your breath. Inhale, halfway lift again. This time take your left hand right under your head and open up for a nice twist. Look at your thumb. Make sure your hips are not twisting. Try to keep them straight or square. Exhale, hand down. Swap hands. So remember, the alignment is your head width right over your hand, your head over your hand, and then inhale, looking up. Hand down. Now grab your right ankle with your left ankle with your right hand, and then see, maybe you can grab your right arm with your left hand. So we have opposite hands in each ankle. That should be like a nice stretch already. Maybe you're higher up. Maybe you can grab your knees, or maybe your calf muscles, or maybe down. And then if you're down, then you can begin to sort of rotate for a twist. And come back to center. Swap hands, so then the right hand goes over. Stay here for a little while. And only if your hands are really low, then you do the twist. Otherwise, just stay with the arms crossed. And just notice what's going on. Back to the center. Relax there. Let go of your hands. And slowly begin to come up rounding your back, taking your feet together. And now lift your right knee all the way up. So now you may be holding your knee like that, or your shin, or all the way down. You want to take your knee to your armpit, as much as you can, and hold it there. And find your balance. So chest is down, shoulders are down, but you're elongating up. Maybe release your hand and see if your leg doesn't go all the way down. So try to keep your leg up. Maybe you'll grab your toe, maybe not. All good if not. Release your toe, straighten your leg. It's not about height, it's about having your leg really strong and really straight. And then slowly down. Now the other leg up. And hold. Find one spot to look at. Now see if you can grab your toe. The other hand goes on the waist. You can stay in the posture that we were just before. Now straighten your leg. And leg down. Now squat. And just hold your squat wherever it goes. Maybe you are with your heels up, all good. Just, if you're here, just try to relax as much as you can. So with time, they will go down. Some people will put things underneath, but if you do that, you will never go down. So choose what you want. I recommend not doing that. And just close your eyes. Relax, hands down, head down. And maybe we're gonna try a little balancing posture. So you can either rest in a child pose if you're tired or you feel like you need to take some deep breaths, just relax, rest. Otherwise, see if you will try this little balance. Now, when you start a posture, towards the end of the posture, everything is part of the posture. So if this is enough for you, well, you stay there. So we begin to take our weight forward over our triceps. So we have our triceps touching our shins. You may not be completely over the toes as I am. Maybe you are here, that's okay. So find your own way to have your weight over your arms. Maybe this is already enough, so you stay here for 5 breaths. If this is really comfortable, you can start lifting your hips. And if that feels okay, then maybe you go further and further until you can lift your toes. So this one is a very relaxing, this crow is a mild version of the actual posture. Here, you're just resting. You don't need to use your core, head up, because your hair is very heavy. So if you let your head go down, you will fall. So lifting your head. And if you are in your balance, just take 5 breaths. Otherwise, keep trying to go up and then down. You can also try just go first from one foot and maybe the other foot until you get the hook of having both feet off. Holding the balance, pointing your feet, and then go down and rest in a child posture. Make sure your thumbs are touching and your index fingers are touching, and your palms are flat and down in the floor. And here feel your heartbeat. Inhale to seated posture, knees together. And let's see, maybe give it a try to begin to open your ankles to the sides for Virasana. Maybe you will sit in between your legs. So from the back, it will be, initially you are here. So if this is already uncomfortable for you, then just stay here. Otherwise, see how it goes, opening a little bit your legs, maybe spreading your calves apart until maybe you're able to sit in between. You don't really want to feel your knees hurting. So if your knees are hurting, then just come out of the posture until they don't feel any pain. You don't feel any pain there. Now from here, you're gonna do a little breathing like technique and see if you can sense something. So take your hands, your fingers together, take your hands over your thighs, closing your eyes, notice your breath. You can do this as well if you're sitting in a cross-legged posture. The same, you will put your fingers the same way on your thighs, yeah? And just notice where your breath goes naturally. Is it going down? Is it going to the belly? Is it going to the chest? Really notice where is it going. And then turn your palms facing up. Fingers closed. And notice if there is any difference where the breath goes now. For there is a difference. If you pay a lot of attention, you will notice that only with changing the position of your hands, your breath goes to a different location. How amazing is that? Open your eyes now, hands to the floor, come out gently and slowly from the posture, and extend your legs forward for a nice forward bend, Paschimottanasana. So this time we're going to lengthen up. As much as you can, begin to go down. Exhale, keeping your back straight, and we're going to hold halfway. So hold here. Keeping your head aligned, in line with your arms. So it's not lifting up, it's not going down, it's just covered with your arms. And now exhale all the way down. And relax here. Remember, it doesn't matter where you are. If you're really high up, it's okay. You can actually bend your knees as well and take your chest towards your knees. And then from there, begin to straighten your legs. That's another option. When you do this, you sort of work more on lengthening your back than your hamstrings, because this posture, the complete posture, works all your body. So you're lengthening your hamstrings and your spine. But at the beginning, you can work first on your back, or you can work first on your hamstrings. You choose. It's two different ways of approaching the posture. But the most important thing is to relax and close your eyes. And deep breathing. Breathe deeply. You want to lengthen your breath. When you lengthen your breath, you will open up your body more efficiently. Inhale, looking up, keeping your hands where they are. You only straighten your arms as you look up. And when you do this, you push your belly button forward, your shoulders back and open. Look up or to the tip of your nose. Exhale, chin in. Just the chin moves. And back to the center. Now take your right leg, bend your right leg. Inhale, reaching up, and make sure you have a hand distance between your foot and your leg. Inhale, reach forward, and see if you can rotate your shoulder and go around your leg. So some of you will just be here. Some of you perhaps even here, trying to get your knee towards your armpit. That's already a lot. Yeah, so see where you are. If you're here, you really want to begin working, taking your torso as close to your knee. So there's not a gap here. You really want to have your knee completely touching. Yeah, maybe you're here. That's another option. Yeah, so you begin to find your level. Remember, you can stop anywhere. So if you feel that you can go around your leg, you want to rotate your shoulder and your hand so that your elbow is already in position to just bend. Yeah. When you have your elbow already ready, it's really easy just to go around your leg, and then maybe you will bind, or you will stay just with your hand without grabbing your hands, but just in position. Inhale, and then you exhale, relax. Forward bend. One more breath. Inhale, looking up, and exhale, chin in. Release whatever you were, just very gently and slowly. Swap legs. And repeat the same posture and the same variation you did. Remember, it's through repetition that you will acquire the depth, repetition, and the use of the breath. And exhale. Relax wherever you are. Accept whatever it is that your body can do. It's all good. It's not about performance, it's about feeling, noticing, witnessing how you feel, what do you feel, and using the breath to relieve any discomfort. And inhale, looking up. Exhale, chin. Release your hands. Now bend your right leg. Lean back and sort of go around your leg. So we're gonna do a twist. Maybe this is already enough for you. So what you wanna is sort of bring all your belly over your leg, and you begin to walk around your leg. And the same applies. Maybe this is already enough for you. So usually you will be told to lift up, but in this one we actually wanna go to the side and then forward so that we can go around our leg. And once we are around our leg, then we work on lengthening up. Yeah. So again, doesn't matter where you are. Maybe you are here working on pushing this knee inward, or maybe you will go all the way around. Maybe this is already your posture. Maybe you're really comfortable, and if you're comfortable, then you bind as well. And you look back and ground the leg that is extended. You really ground the leg down. And when you look back, you lock your eyes in a spot to develop concentration. Inhale, look to the front, and very slowly, with control, undo yourself from the posture. And now we do the other side. Extend the leg. Inhale, bending the other leg. Prepare. The same applies. You have a little space, one hand space between your foot and the leg. You lean back, then you go around. So this leg goes inward. Yeah. And find your variation. Maybe you are just there, or maybe you go around. And look back, grounding your extended leg to the floor, locking your eyes, deepening your breath. Inhale, looking to the front. Gently undo your bind or come out of where you were. Extend your leg to the front. Now cross your legs. We're just gonna do one little lift up of your bum and your legs if you can. So hands to the floor. We first exhale our air. After you exhale all your air, you contract all your inners as if you were busting to the bathroom. And then as you inhale, you push and you keep your abs engaged. And you try to breathe at the same time. So exhale. Grab everything inside and inhale, push up. Trying to lift your bum off the floor. Remember, if it doesn't come up, no problem. Internally, you're doing already a lot, and that's what matters. With repetition, it will come off. One more breath. Exhale down. Cross the other way. Exhale. Contract, inhale, push up. Shoulders away from your ears and lean forward. Exhale down. Now cross the other way and give it a try. If you could lift your bum, then try to lift one foot. And if you find that easy, then you can try to lift both feet. Yeah, the same applies. You exhale, you contract, and then you inhale, pushing up. Take your knees towards your chest. That makes it easier to lift one foot or both feet. Yeah. And exhale down. Now organize yourself so that you're aligned in the center of your mat, feet width apart, and try to go down. So option one, going down with your legs bent, which is easier, or maybe you want to try go down with your legs straight. In both versions, compress your shoulders towards your hips. That will help you engage better your core. Exhale down. As if you didn't want to go down. Until you go all the way down. And now extend your legs if they were bent. Hands to the back. Lift your chest as you inhale. Exhale, press your belly button down to the floor, lifting your thighs off the ground. Relax. And now press your heels and lift your bum off the floor. Contract your glutes. Your legs are active. Pushing your pelvis up to the ceiling. Feeling the heat building up. Hold for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Relax. Now bend your knees. We're going to do just one bridge. Take your hands next to your hips, feet closer to your buttocks, and push first your belly button, your lower back to the floor. So you're tucking your tailbone in, and begin to go up and rolling, peeling each bone off the mat until you find your height. Keep pushing your hips up and tailbone up and forward towards your knees. Maybe interlacing your hands under your back. Wiggle your shoulders in if you have your hands interlaced, and keep pushing up. Maybe your chest will reach your chin. And exhale, rolling down slowly with control, rolling beat by beat. Now take your knees as close as you can to your chest, squeeze them, and squeeze your ankles down, then squeeze your shins, then your knees. So you squeeze everywhere. Now, as you keep your knees as close to your chest as possible, try to rotate to the right side, dropping your knees to the right, but really high up towards your arm. And relax. Now back to the center, and the same, try to keep your knees as close to you, and then drop into the left side, And relax there. And back to the center. And now find your way to Shavasana, extending your legs. And make sure they're really far apart. You're spreading like a star. It will help you relax more. Lift your chest a little bit so you can take your shoulder blades down your lower back. Palms facing up. And we're gonna scan certain beats of our body. I will name them and you will take your awareness there without moving anything. So first your forehead. Feel your forehead. Then your throat. Your right shoulder. Right elbow, right wrist, thumb, index, middle finger, ring finger, little finger, wrist of the right hand, right elbow, right shoulder, back to the throat, left shoulder, left elbow, left wrist, left thumb, index, middle, ring finger, pinky, left wrist, left elbow, left shoulder, throat, heart center, navel, right hip, right knee, right ankle, thumb, big toe, next finger, next toe, little toe, right ankle, right knee, right hip, left knee, left ankle, left big toe, then the next toe, the next toe, the next toe, the little toe, then the left ankle, left knee, left hip, navel, heart center, throat, third eye. And now just keep your gaze in your third eye. And with each exhalation, you are heavier and you drop more to the floor. Witnessing your breath. And see if perhaps you feel something in your palms, some heat or tingling in the palms of your hands. And imagine a triangle from your hands towards the third eye. And now relax your mind, don't do anything at all. Now gently begin to wake up your body, your fingertips, your toes. You're welcome to stay relaxing if you feel your body needs that and you have time. Otherwise, gently waking your body with a deep sense of gratitude and appreciation Bringing your limbs together, bending the left knee, taking your left hand to your right shoulder, rolling to the right side using your right arm as a pillow. A couple of breaths here. And then push up to a seated posture. Try to keep your eyes closed. Taking your palms over your knees and just 2 breaths, sitting. Now taking your hands in prayer to your heart center to close the class with one long Om. Om Namah Shivaya. Namaste. Thank you for joining the class. Please type any comments or questions you have. We are here for you. We'll answer those comments and questions. Have a very lovely day today and an awesome weekend. See you next time.